Xtar, a company primarily known for its battery chargers and batteries, along with a few other things such as a flashlight or two, has a new product and a new category for them. In front of me I have the Xtar AF1 portable ozone generator. Hey guys, I'm trying to grow my Instagram account so that I can post direct links and stories so you guys can swipe up to see new videos, links to sales, and other stuff like that. So if you don't follow me there, please check the description of this video to get a link to where you can find me on Instagram at. Before I get into the little mini review and explain here, I want to give you a little ozone disclaimer. Ozone isn't super safe, and before you use an ozone generator, you should be aware of how to use it safely. It can cause eye and lung irritation, as well as breathing difficulties in higher concentrations. You shouldn't use an ozone generator in the same room or space as people or pets are in, and you should make sure to thoroughly vent the space after a treatment is done to dissipate any remaining ozone. Ozone is heavier than air, so it tends to collect at the lowest point in the room or space, and I'd encourage you to do your own research before you decide to buy an ozone generator, so you make sure to use it safely. So here is the AF1, and it's fairly small. I'll grab a dollar bill here to put it on so you can see. It's 2.74 inches in diameter, 1.4 inches thick, and weighs 3.7 ounces. It does have a small battery inside of it, so it can be used portably, or you can plug it in here on the side for USB-C to use it tethered, where it does get more runtime but is still limited via time. And you also use this USB-C to charge, and that's really nice to do here. I can easily plug it in, charge it, or run it off the battery. It is USB-C to C compatible, which is great to see on a small low-cost device like this. It's made from aluminum and is nicely anodized. You've got a metal top here. This is where the ozone comes from, and then on the bottom it's like this nice case, and you've got stats here. You've got your charging current, 4.2 volts at 0.38 amps. Maximum rated power is 3 watts. So this is fairly low powered in comparison to other much larger ozone units. It's got 4 modes, as you can see here. Mode 1 is 0.01 meters squared, is the kind of treatment space it says. Mode 2 is 0.1 meters squared. Mode 3 is half a meter, and mode 4 is 3 meters cubed. The UI here, I think, could use a little bit of improvement. It's easy to use once you get used to it, but for me it wasn't intuitive. You long press to turn it on, and you get the blue lights here showing your power level. Mine's fully charged. And then after you wait for a few minutes there, it starts emitting ozone. And it starts out on the lowest mode here. And I can just click to go up to 2, 3, and full 4. And this does make a little bit of noise. You can hear it when it's turned on. And then to shut off, you just long press on the button there. The packaging that it comes in is nice. This reminds me a lot of Apple. It's this box with a clear cover on top. You do get a little manual here, and the generator sits in the center like this, and it's a nice presentation. They include a charging cable and a lanyard in this bag, and they also say you can put small items in here and the ozone generator itself to kind of contain the ozone. In theory, sterilize your devices or deodorize them. The EPA currently does not recommend ozone sterilization for the coronavirus, so take that at your own will. Xtar advertises it for that purpose. My conclusion here, this is a little bit tricky one to make out. The AF1 definitely generates ozone, but it's not a ton. It'll struggle with trying to improve odors in a room or moderately sized car in my experience. I wish you could hook it up to a power source and it'd run until the power source was depleted or the AC adapter was unplugged. I think this would make sense in a lot of automotive applications. I ran it in a car, plugged in to a power bank several times, and it's just not quite strong enough to make a big difference. It ran for about 2.5 hours before shutting off via a timer. The internal battery is nice, and especially on the smaller settings. Large ozone generators that you can buy online for about $75 produce magnitudes more ozone, so those are a lot more appropriate for larger spaces such as rooms or automotive applications where you're trying to remove strong odors like smoking. A better use case for the AF1, I think, is small deodorization. I've got a shoebox here, and I've got the AF1 in here. Say my hiking boots here stunk. I could put the AF1 in, turn it on maybe a medium setting, shut the lid here, and let it run for a couple of hours. I could do this for a couple of times, and that actually does improve the smell of things. I think deodorizing a gym bag would make sense as well with something like this. I could also see using a large plastic tote filled with hunting gear, clothes, things like that that you want to remove the human scent from to improve your hunting. These are, here I think, are the optimal applications for the AF1. It produces enough ozone to be effective there, especially if you run it at a few cycles at its highest setting, but you're not trying to do anything crazy like removing cigarette smell from a vehicle, where the AF1 just doesn't have the ability to do that due to it not producing a ton of ozone. One application I want to end up trying here is to use it in my refrigerator. It's a popular use for ozone at low rates that if you look online. If you're in the market for a low power ozone generator, I think this is probably something that fits that bill. It's a reasonable price. Xtar is a known brand with a good warranty too. And I think ozone generators are something that most people don't need, but it's something I think many would find useful as they have it around their house. So let me know if you've got an ozone generator, or if you don't have one, what you think you might use one for in the comments below. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you on the next review soon.